What is up, YouTube? I am Eric and you are watching Retro Video Game Pickups. And as you can tell, we're unboxing Let's Go Pikachu and the PokeBall Plus. So if you like games, consoles, and product reviews, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification. With that being said, let's hop into it! Okay, so as you can tell, I have the Pikachu edition because I love Pikachu. Not saying anything bad about Eevee, but Pikachu is just great. So I decided to go with the Pikachu version, and I also picked up the bundle with the PokeBall Plus. So I'm gonna just go ahead and open this and unbox it and show you guys what the PokeBall Plus is all about, and just kind of show you the packaging in this video. So I have my trusty, kind of trusty knife here. I say kind of trusty because this knife doesn't stay open. So I might need that later, but go ahead and open this up. And right off the bat, you could tell there's just the game and the Pokeball down there. So I'm gonna pull out the game. As you can tell, it is just the game. There's nothing fancy about that. But, however, behind it, or I guess below it, is the Pokeball. So what I'm going to do is just stand this right here, leave the game here laying so you can kind of see it in this angle. But we're really interested in showing off this PokeBall Plus because this thing looks really cool. It's really small. If you can tell by my hand or by the game cartridge, it is just super small. And one thing I actually didn't know about this is that Mew comes in this game. So on the side here it talks about it has the game, it has the PokeBall Plus, and then it also talks about Mew being inside of it. It says, your PokeBall Plus accessory contains Mew. You can bring this rare Pokemon to your Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Pokemon Let's Go Eevee game. Internet connection and Nintendo account required. And then it has it in different languages, and on the other side it shows you right here what the little how it works and the light and all that, and you can put it in your bag if you want to. And then back there it kind of has some cool stuff. You got Mr. Mime, you've got a Mewtwo, you've got a Meowth, you got Pikachu obviously, and you got Team Rocket. That's pretty cool. I'll see if the camera will actually focus on this, and hopefully it does. But pretty much this is just an empty box now. We've got the game here. It's still in its package. I'll go ahead and open it up for you and show you all the glory that is the cartridge, which there's not much there, so just bear with me. Try to remove this as best as I can. So I got the game here, and I've got the game. It's pretty cool. It shows like a little map of Kanto, which is pretty sweet, and it has the game there. This is some cool artwork, and I am stoked to play this later today. But what you're all here for is the PokeBall Plus, so we're just gonna cut into it and really dig into it and see what this thing is all about. I've noticed that these things are really small, and it does fit in my hands. Let's talk about the packaging first. It just says it's a Pokeball, a game controller, plus more. So that's interesting. It's got the little Pokemon logo up there. It's just got their logo there. It talks about Mew on the back, that you have Mew there. It talks about taking it into the real world, and it talks about using it with Pokemon Go. So that's pretty cool. It essentially is just a Pokemon Go Plus, which is pretty sweet because I wanted one of those, but I never got around to buying it. Next, we have a USB-A to a USB-C little cord here. It just basically so you can charge this thing. Then next we have the instructions, which is pretty self-explanatory, I'm assuming. It just shows you plugging it into the Switch. That's essentially all it is. It just tells you how to plug it into the Switch. So I'm assuming once you plug it into the Switch dock, it'll go right into it. Alright, whoa, this thing is smaller than I anticipated it. I'm gonna put that bubble wrap back. Whoa, this is cool. This is actually a smaller one than I anticipated. I'm just kind of looking at it for right now. See if I can figure it out. Okay, cool. So let's go over this. This is just what it looks like. Essentially, is just a Pokeball. So I'll set it up so you guys can see it while I'm talking. It's got a little stand there on the cord, which is pretty cool. As you can tell, this thing is super tiny. Let's see. Let's look at this. Let's compare this Pikachu Amiibo to this Pokeball. Look how small that is. That is absolutely insane. I did not anticipate it to be that small, but that's really cool. This is actually going to be pretty sweet, I think. You got the little joystick, which, shoot, this thing is small, but it fits well in your hand. It's nice and matte finish, which is cool. I like that. That kind of gives you a grip on it. Then you've got the stick itself, which is much smaller than a Joy-Con stick, which is actually not that bad. I feel like I could be playing with this and have no problems. Then you have the button on top here, which is just simply a button, nothing fancy there. And then on the back here, there is a little opening and closing door, I guess. You just pop it off and it swivels. And then you have the charger on the back, which is that USB-C charger. This thing is pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked to try this. It's gonna be interesting playing this because it is a game that only uses 2 controls, really. You got your D-pad or your analog stick, and these days used to be your D-pad, and then you just got your select button, I'm assuming. I'm really impressed by this. This is kind of heavy. It feels nicely weighted. I've heard that it has a speaker. I read it on the box. It talks about Pokemon cries. You can hear them. So I think this is probably going to fit well into my hand. I'm just kind of holding it right like this. And I may attempt to take this cord off eventually. But for now, I'm just going to leave it on there. Oh, it vibrated. I don't know what just happened, but this thing is pretty cool. I'm really stoked to get into this game and use this controller, and I feel like this is something that's really going to be cool to play, and I am stoked upon getting this, and I was really excited. Here is what it looks like back together next to the Pikachu, which is pretty cool. It is very small. So with that being said, this is kind of just a simple unboxing video, show you guys what I think of it. At first glance, I think this is going to be a really cool controller. I like the simplicity of it. You can put this on your wrist and use the analog stick and that button, and I think you'll be good to go to play this game. I'm definitely stoked to pour hours into this because the first generation Pokemon are probably my favorite, to be honest, just because I played so much of it. And I can always go back and play more of it and still love it to this day. So I'm really stoked to get this game. I'm going to play it on the channel and let you guys know what I think about it. I'll do a review of the actual game later on, but for right now it's just kind of a first glance opening and my thoughts about it. And I'm really stoked about this. This Pokeball is going to be really cool. Oh, I didn't think of this one. I could try it this way too. Huh. There's probably a few ways I'll try this out and figure out what the best is for it. With that being said, thank you for watching. Don't forget about Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Big Cartel, Patreon. All that stuff is down below in the description. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. Thank you all for watching, but most importantly, have a good day.